Good morning. Today is Sunday, April 6, 2025. Yesterday at ADATH, we had a remarkable guest speaker. His name is Tovia Roness from Israel. He's a young man. He served as a medic in the IDF. He was in the Givati Brigade and served in Gaza. And part of what he presented to us was a tribute to his commander. His commander's name was Eyal Shuminov. This is a photo of him. Eyal Shuminov. And Tovia said that he was much more than a commander. He was an educator. He was a guide. He was a coach. He was a friend. He was a brother. He had a way of being able to relate to what each individual soldier was going through and to help strengthen them in the way that they needed at that moment. Commander Shuminov was killed in battle about a year ago, in April 2024. One of the main themes of Shuminov's leadership relates to the morality of behavior in the IDF. And we've seen so many examples of this, and we've shared this so many times. But it was a major theme of this commander's leadership. Tovia told us a story that once it happened that his group was in Gaza, and they were going through home by home to clear it from weapons, from terrorists, from booby traps. And one of the soldiers saw a pair of ear pods. And they did not have phones with them, but the soldiers that go into Gaza are not allowed to have phones. But he had a music player, an MP3 player. And so the house was empty, the people were gone, and he took the ear pods to be able to listen to music. When the commander, Shuminov, found out about this, he told the soldier, "Go home. That's not how we act, and you cannot be under my command. Go home." This idea of the very high morality of the IDF, being concerned with things that certainly no other army is as careful about, is truly amazing. And then he shared another theme. And this is a theme that is relevant to every single one of us. Now, it's much more dramatic in the context that Tovia shared. But it's an idea, it's a lesson, it's a concept that applies to every one of us. So Tovia was called up to the IDF on October 7th, 2023, along with tens, hundreds of thousands of other soldiers. And you remember that it was 3 weeks before the IDF went into Gaza. And during those 3 weeks, you remember watching the scenes on TV, reading about it. You remember that during that time, they were accumulating all of the supplies that they would need. They were located just outside the Gaza Strip. They were training, and they were waiting. They were waiting for the order to move forward. And Tovia said many of the soldiers, waiting, anticipating the unknown, many of the soldiers were frightened. And Commander Shuminov noticed this. And before they went into Gaza, he gathered his soldiers. About 100 soldiers were under his command. He gathered his soldiers, and this is what he told them. He said, if you're fighting for yourself, you're fighting to protect your family and your friends, you will be afraid. Because you don't know what you're going into, you don't know what you will face, you don't know what the enemy will do, and you will be afraid. But that is not the case, Shuminov said. You are fighting for all of Am Yisrael. You are fighting for the entire Jewish people, every Jewish person everywhere in the world, and that includes for us. You, he said to his soldiers, represent and are fighting for all of Am Yisrael. And when you represent all of Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, there is no fear, because Am Yisrael is lenetzach. The Jewish people is eternal. Am Yisrael chai. The Jewish people lives forever. And these are the words that he said, and he would repeat it often. He said, there's no need for fear. There's no room for fear, because zehazman lasim es ha'ishi batzad. This is the time to put your personal feelings to the side. Ves halaumi b'merkaz. And your feelings for the Am, for the entire Jewish people, that's got to be the center of your focus. And when that's the center of your focus, there is no room for fear, and there is no need for fear. This is true for every one of us. In the manner that we carry out the mission we have in life of serving God, in the manner we carry out God's mission of serving others, rarely for us is it this dramatic or is so much at stake. But the insight is true for all of us. We represent Am Yisrael. Every single one of us represents the entire Jewish people. And so if there's something difficult to do, if there's something hard to do, if there's a challenge, an obstacle, we need to remember that we don't just represent ourselves, we represent the entire Jewish people. And the entire Jewish people will triumph. So there's no need for fear, and there's no room for fear. Tovia's tribute to his commander is a perfect reminder of the strength and morality of the Israel Defense Force. The way it can provide its soldiers not just with the best weapons, not just with the best training, not just with the best intelligence, but a superior moral expectation of every single member of the IDF, and a placing of context in what each person does, to place that in a context in order to bring out the best in every soldier. That's the ability this commander had. And that's the reason for Tovia Roness's tribute to his fallen commander. And hopefully, Commander Shuminov's words will bring out the best in us as well. May his memory be a blessing for his soldiers, for his family, and truly for all of Am Yisrael, the eternal Jewish people. My friends, I wish you a great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon in person.